Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of In the Club presents At the Club. If you haven't done so, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the page and dinging that bell for notifications. At the Club is the podcast where I try and talk to as many industry professionals related to kids activity providers as I possibly can. At the Club is of course brought to you by ClassForKids.
ClassForKids is an industry-leading booking and management software designed for kids activity clubs. We work with 250,000 monthly users around the world to help them save time on admin and organise their business. If you'd like to learn more, click on the link in the description below.
So in this episode, I'm speaking to Todd, the studio manager for Dance Inc. Studios across Busby, Bothwell and Bearsden. I talked to Caitlin a little bit about how she structures her classes and what impact social media plays in the structure of those classes.
Can you give us a little bit of kind of history on yourself, your background, your professional journey so far, and what's led you to be where you are today?
Yeah, so I'm Caitlin. I work for Dance Inc. Studios. The school has 3 locations, and I started with Dance Inc. when I was 14 years old, so quite a while ago now, and I danced for Louise, who runs it. And it just was kind of a very natural progression from there. I started being a class assistant, going in with the younger ones, and then as soon as I turned 16, I went and got my teachers and got all my qualifications through that, started helping and teaching more, and then went to dance college. Did my 3 years there, and then as soon as I left there, I was basically like, right, Louise, I need to be full time, get me in there. And then it just kind of progressed into behind the scenes work, admin, planning for shows, and it just became basically more and more and more as the school grew to the 3 locations, and it just became a much bigger thing. Then my role just grew with that, and now I manage the team, I manage the 3 locations, and yeah, it's really exciting. It's a lot, and it's really full on, but yeah, I love it.
Yeah, nice. That's tremendous. So is this side of where you were sort of in the dance teaching space, is that what you originally wanted to be? Is that where you kind of felt your passions lie, or did you have aspirations of being a dancer? What side of the coin did you flip on that? Because we speak to a lot of people who are on both sides, people who, yeah, I want to be a dance teacher and that's what I want to do. I want to have my school. And then there's other people who say, oh no, I want to be a dancer, but they found that kind of turn as they're going through their careers to think, hang on a minute, actually, no, I do prefer the other side of it. So where do you kind of sit in that spectrum?
I think when I was younger, I was definitely very much, I want to be a dancer, I want to be on the stage, I want to do all that. But as soon as I started helping out at classes and I saw that other side of it, and even just like the planning the lessons and the shows and the events, like I just love all that side things. So it's definitely not where, if you'd asked me 10 years ago if I thought this is where I would be, I would have said no. But now, like, I can't imagine being on the stage now and doing the other side of it.
That's nice. So you run all 3 locations for Dance Inc. Whereabouts are they? I've been to you in one location, but where are your other ones?
So we have Busby, Bothwell and Bearsden. I'm actually in Busby just now, taught preschool this morning, then we've got classes in tonight. So this is like our home base, if you like. It's where it all started, in Busby.
Yeah. So you run classes during the day as well? It's not just an after school sort of thing?
Yeah, the majority of our classes are after school, just in line with the school times, obviously. But we do have like our preschool classes, and then we have like yoga classes and things like that happen during the day. So it is very busy, yeah.
Nice. I didn't know that. That's cool. I mean, it's if you've got the space, like, and it's obviously from a business mindset, and you don't have classes on, just one of those things. Think, what else can we do with this space? And
I know,
that's really nice.
I think especially for us, like our preschool classes are mobbed, like they are so busy with waiting lists, so it just made sense for us to put on these extra ones like a Wednesday morning, and if it lines up with people's nursery times and things like that, then that can quite often work for them over a Saturday morning, for example.
So do you have the same timetable year round, or do you go with like school holidays? You run, say, like camps and more classes during that week, or do you stick to a rigid sort of schedule?
So we run 42 weeks of the year, so we take off some time at summer, Christmas, we take a week off at the Easter holidays, and then we take the October break. But during those times we'll put on like summer camps and maybe extra parties and stuff like that. We don't tend to do it over Christmas because a lot of people just like to just chill over Christmas, don't they? But we do still do like Christmas Eve parties and that. But we do, apart from that, the timetable just runs as is for 42 weeks.
It's nice to set up sort of, not even for like parents and teachers and sort of thing, but to have like kids have that sort of regimented schedule from such a young age, instills like something in them.
Yeah,
Discipline as well.
Definitely, because I think for people, like, they just know, like, on a Monday night, for example, they go to dancing and that's just the routine. And we've had parents say to us, like, if we miss it, it just totally throws us off. And like, I would be the same if my schedule changed one week and it was like, you're not going to teach that class today. They're like, hold on, throw me off.
Definitely, definitely. So, you do you structure all of the classes for other teachers as well, or do the teachers structure their own classes?
Teachers structure their own classes. We quite like it that we have 12 team members now, so there's quite obviously a few different vibes and personalities and teaching ways, which we really like, because then when it comes to classes, everything's different and it's exciting. And as much as we all maybe follow like a basic, you do a warm-up, you do choreo, you do technique, you do a cool down, like there's that obviously very basic structure, but everyone has their own kind of ways of doing things, which is really nice, I think, for the kids as well, to be exposed to different people and getting to know different people and things like that. So no, I would just structure my own classes.
Nice. That's good though. You like to hear that, and then it becomes less sort of formulaic, as you were saying. So everybody puts kind of flavors their own wee personality into their individual classes. Nice. So when you're structuring your classes, how much? I mean, it seems like a big bad thing out there, but do you get any sort of pressure from like TikTok dances or like trends to incorporate them in? Do you get any like requests from kids to do that? How do you manage the expectation of social media and like sort of working with teaching them their discipline?
I mean, TikTok's a massive thing, isn't it? Like, it's so huge. So I would say more so are maybe like primary 4 to 7 age group. They are like into it, and they'll come in and go, we need to play this song for our warm up, we need to do this, we need to do this. And I think it's just kind of coming and going with them, because for us, our classes are 45 minutes at a time. So if I try and make TikToks, we could be there for the full 45 minutes and then we're not doing anything else. But at the same time, the kids love it, so we'll always take a wee time to kind of introduce that, even if it is a case of, right, we'll play that song for a warm-up, or we'll do that. And we're quite big on our Instagram reels and things as well, so we always make time for content. But to be honest, because the classes are only 45 minutes, what we tend to do is have content days, like when yourself come in, and we'll have that specific for that. So we'll have kids come in out with class time to make TikToks and reels and all the social content that we need, because it's massive, such a massive thing now.
It is definitely, and I think you've kind of like, it seems from what you're saying, you've kind of got a good like spread of when to do it, because you can't just be subject to there's a new trend, there's a new dance, let's do that, because it just throws your whole regiment and your whole schedule and your whole plan completely out the window.
Exactly, and it's constant as well. Like, there's a new trend pretty much every single day now, so it's so hard to keep up with. The kids are actually better than me, to be honest.
How do you think dance helps develop soft skills in younger people? So
I think it's so amazing for doing things like that. I think, we've had so many children come into us and they're crying and they're shy and they don't want to leave the parents. And it's that journey from getting them to maybe where they are now, where they're bounding into class and they're smiling and they've got wee pals and things like that. Like, even like, it blows my mind that our wee 2 and 3 year olds all come in and they run straight in and shout their pal's name, and it's just really nice. And I think dance does have a big part to play in that, because it brings out their confidence, and they come in and they know it's a safe space for them, they're going to have fun, and they have these people that are there every week that are the same as them, they're doing the same thing. And we have so many parents that come and say to us, like, I cannot believe how much their confidence has grown. Like, it's wild. And I think coming to dancing just plays such a big part. And I think our team as well, we're all just a bit daft, and I think you need to be, as a dance teacher, to just like jump about and be crazy and like try and bring that out in kids, so people can kind of like bounce off each other as well. For things like communication, I think it's really nice.
that must be a huge compliment to like yourself and the rest of the teachers, to say a parent come up and say, "Oh, I've seen the personality in their kid change so drastically just through coming to dance." It's a testament to the work you guys are doing as well, to for that kid to be able to like to see a change in somebody so young, and you're kind of like developing them as they come along, and just aye.
I think for me that's probably my favourite thing that parents say. Like, I know we're a dance school and we want kids to point their toes and jump high and do all that sort of thing. Like, that's amazing. But for us, like, we're non-competitive, so ours is all about confidence and having fun and building those relationships. So I think that for me is the best thing that somebody can say to us.
So if you could go back 10 years and give yourself 10 years ago one piece of advice, what do you think it would be?
I think probably to just not care so much what people think. I think that, I mean, the dance industry is a lot different now than it was 10 years ago, but I think sometimes in that kind of world it can be very much based on, you know, how you look and how high you can jump, whereas I think it's more about, you know, how you feel and what you want to do. So I think I would just tell myself, like, don't care about that, like, do it for you and go the path that you want to go.
As part of your classes, just to kind of dive back on that, because I meant to ask you earlier, what kind of classes, what's the scope of classes that you guys run across your locations? What do you do?
Oh, we have a bit of everything. We have the more kind of classical styles like your tap and ballet. We have acro classes, musical theatre classes. The ones that are really, really popular just now are the hip hop commercial classes. That's what you see in like all the music videos and stuff. Like the kids come in and they want to be like Little Mix and everything. So they come all of those styles. But yeah, we've got quite a varied timetable. We've also got boys only hip hop on a Saturday, which is just, it's jumping. I teach those classes and it's honestly one of my favourite of the week because it is wild, but it's so much fun. Like, they're amazing. And then our preschool classes, which I said earlier, like, they're jumping. So yeah, there's a lot going on. It's quite varied timetable.
And if anybody was to try and sort of like find you guys, look you guys out, whereabouts could they find you, either online or like you've said your locations, but online, where can they contact you?
So if you're looking to contact us, you can email us, or a lot of people contact us through Instagram and Facebook now, which is just Dance Inc. Studios. It's super easy to find. Or our timetables all on our website, just danceincstudios.uk, and it's split into the locations, so it's nice and easy to figure out what suits for people.
Some really insightful stuff. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the page, leave a like on the video, ding that bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next episode.